Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Main Character Syndrome. I'm your host, Cheesymanfredo, aka Alfredo Morales. And before we get started in this episode, I'd like to thank our previous guest of Sporktown Heroine and Eddie Adams. That was an all-furry episode, and by all furry, I mean only one of the guests was furries.
Yeah.
But enough about them. Let's talk about who we got here with us right now. Returning guest, Kazoochachoo.
Yeah, hey.
Right here.
I am the
second
returning guest of the second podcast, so that's double seconds.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
New guest, SnowRadish. Actually, we never even asked you what do you want to be called.
Yeah.
Oh, you can just call me Wendy if you want.
Wendy?
Yeah.
All right, Wendy sounds good.
Epic.
Yeah, I'm Wendy.
All right, and
oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna ask you what are you known for, Wendy? What do you do?
I usually just make dumb tweets on Twitter. Some of them got really popular. That's really all that I do online.
Yeah. Cheesy sent me that one of you like drinking the snow globe water. Banger tweet, honestly. Really fucking good shit.
Thank you. I still always like regret
Yeah,
seeing that tweet around everywhere.
That tweet was so big. I actually saw it on Facebook.
Wow.
First.
No, yeah, it's been all over the place.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait a second, I recognize that profile picture. Wait a second. And then I went over to your account. I'm like, that was literally you. You're snow globe girl. Oh no.
And my name on Twitter is SnowRadish, so it fits thematically.
Did it taste like radish? Like, is that the thorough line here?
It tasted just like regular water, really.
Mm.
It was slightly like
epic
sour, but otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it.
Epic. You're also I know you have a bunch of other series of tweets that pissed off a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
like
a lot.
You did when that one fucking robot chick in Overwatch was announced, and you're all like, you said something about like her looking boring or something, and then everyone got mad.
Yeah, that was really weird. I was not expecting that at all, but I got people like, you're just jealous of her looks.
I didn't like. She's a fucking robot, guys.
I know.
She's literally like. What if I went into like? What if I stole Eve from WALL-E and like stretched her out? There you go.
And gave her just like a hot woman face, a generic hot woman.
There's your
face.
fucking character design. You fucking sheep. I fucking hate like future future tech now because it's all so like fucking sleek and boring.
Sanitary.
Yeah, it's gross. Like the shit from like
it's like
the shit from like anywhere between like the 50s to like the like the early 2000s has like such like a more like interesting aesthetic to it. I found this one blog called, what was it called? But it's basically just like a guy who like catalogs like any sort of like old technology. And occasionally he like gets his hands on it and like sells it. It's usually shit from like Europe or like Japan, but it's like super cool.
Is it like a lot of that like retro futurist stuff?
Yeah, it's like mod sort of future almost. Retro future always makes me think of like kind of like 50s shit. And then like
you've seen like the Victoria age people with the jet powered roller skates.
Yeah. This is more like a post 60s, 70s kind of like future, if that makes any sense. I'll find an example of what I mean.
No, yeah, it's always really like interesting how like different generations, people's ideas of the future sort of like still confined to the generation they live in.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. I think we haven't had any like super interesting interpretations of the futures because like there's this like sense of doomerism and like, oh fuck, we're gonna destroy ourselves.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Before we get any of the cool stuff, so that's why most futures are super doomer.
Yeah, this is the site. It's called Future Forms, and it just catalogs like old radios, old CRT TVs, old electronics in general. This pyramid thing
really cool.
you see here is like a fucking TV that like folds out if you like scroll down. Here, I'll put.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's fucking sick. Like, anytime, like, you get this sort of feeling like when you like watch like an old like sci-fi anime where like everything is like kind of like analog and like cool. Like,
Yeah.
there's something very visceral about like flipping like 5 different switches to like turn on like your fucking spaceship as opposed to like just hitting a touch screen like once or twice.
I can't remember which anime this was, and you guys might have an idea which one I'm talking about. Which one is the one where there's like the instant ramen cooker machine, where like they put like the top ramen on top of the little circle disc, and the machine just like instant heats it, and like just like the vapor comes out of the like ramen like it's already cooked.
Oh fuck!
I want to say Cowboy Bebop, but I just watched Cowboy Bebop, and I don't remember that scene. Unless I was looking at my fucking phone like a goddamn zoomer.
Cowboy Bebop is like so interesting, like aesthetically. Like, it's like it's so like run down and like modern, but there's still like hints of like old, new, analog future, but it's very like subtle and stated. That's probably why it has such like staying power. I feel like most people can like look at that and just be like, oh fuck yeah, that's like a dude, man, as opposed to like watching something like, I mean, like I fucking love shit like Get a Robo. I haven't actually watched Get a Robo. Fake Get a Robo fan right here.
Fake Get a Robo fan spotted, motherfucker. Got him.
But like, if you show like that type of character to design to like somebody who just doesn't know anything about anime, they might just be like, this is that Chinese shit where they all like yell and shit, right? Oh my god! But like,
you know what?
It is kind of like that.
Finish your thought. Yeah.
But like,
I was
like if you show like Cowboy Bebop to somebody, it's like, these are just like dudes, man. I can like vibe with this.
These are dudes in spaceships. Yeah. I was thinking back, because I look at my desk and I just remembered there's a Godzilla movie called Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
And there's a whole plot going around. It's about these humans from the future. They come into the 90s or the late 80s. I can't remember when these movies were made. And they tell them that like, we have a time machine and our plan is to like erase Godzilla out of the timeline.
Oh,
and how they're gonna do that is that they're gonna go back in time and kill the dinosaur that Godzilla was before he got hit by the nuclear radiation.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. And in this movie, they bring with them like little genetically engineered like pet creatures, like little tiny dragons called Dorats.
Yeah.
Right. And that makes me think like you don't see that too often nowadays with like interpretations of the future, with little genetic like abominations that we have as pets now. You know.
That would be so
Deus
cool.
Ex sort of did something like that. I remember. They had like these little like raptor things and growing like the Illuminati labs.
Oh wait, what are you talking about?
It was like an enemy type in Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Imagine if we traded like genetically modifying little freaks like we do like dog breeding. Like
it's okay. They have no rights.
Yeah.
Just make like the pit bull equivalent of a Godzilla monster.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
I could not imagine all the fucking memes of leaving your space kid with this in your apartment.
Oh God!
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're right. It would be like the pit bull meme.
Oh no!
But what was I gonna fucking say about? It reminds me of another. It reminds me of the manga, Osamu Tezuka's Phoenix, and in one of the books, they live in a future where like there's this shape-shifting alien species that just landed on Earth, and people just decided to keep them as pets, right? And this guy like uses his to just shapeshift into a girl.
Yeah, that sounds like Tezuka.
Yeah, but the thing is, I guess it likes being a human girl, right? So it's okay. It's okay. She consented.
She
guys.
consented.
Yeah, it's we don't get weird freaks like that. We need to bring it back.
You know what we need to do? We gotta give Canadians more power. Every time I look over there, there's always some like like fart fairy in like a cartoon or some shit.
Fart. Yeah. Oh my god. Did I ever tell you about my theory about the fart fetish?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell the audience.
Okay. Okay. This is my theory. Yeah. No one has a fart fetish.
All right.
No one. There's no one on Earth who has a fart fetish.
It's just a thing we've like memed
This is my theory about it though. But people have like perpetrated this idea that a fart fetishes exist. They're kind of like the boogeyman, right? They're not real. And the reason why is because I like to imagine there's a group of like writers or artists out there who hate fart jokes.
Oh.
Right, they despise fart jokes, right? So what they do is that like, okay, we can't like get rid of the fart joke like just by being anti-fart joke. So what we got to do is make people think that all the fart jokes are actually secret fetish fuel, and then people will just be disgusted not by the fart joke but by the fact that someone's getting off by it, who doesn't exist. So they create all these jokes about like people being really into farts.
But
right,
how does that explain?
And they're playing a long game.
How does that explain?
It
like
still hasn't stopped yet.
Oh. Sorry, you go ahead.
Just saying, they're playing the long game because it still hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah.
Damn.
How do you explain like rogue agents? Like, who's that? Like one guy on the internet? Animated James. Yes.
Animated James. Oh, he's like, I don't know. He's like a fluke. You know, he's the exception. There's always exceptions.
There's always exceptions to the rule.
There's always exceptions to this rule.
What the fuck is?
There was like another YouTuber I remember.
Is Animated James doing anything right now?
He's a.
Well, all right. The first thing I get when I type up Animated James is the disappearance of. Oh, it's by fucking Turkey Tom. Never mind. Never fucking mind.
Wait, what were you saying earlier, SnowRadish?
No, there was this other really popular YouTuber where it's like people have connected like this one fart fetish art account to like his normal art, and so there's just like this conspiracy theory.
Oh wait, you're talking about Jello Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jello Apocalypse is a fart fetish.
Well, that's like a conspiracy theory going around because I know that Jello Apocalypse has kind of like a hate fandom.
Yeah.
And I think some people found like fart fetish art and they're like, wow, the art style looks very similar to Jello Apocalypse, right?
Oh fuck.
Although I don't think he has confirmed or denied these allegations.
Yeah, for good reason probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be branded that. You'll never come back from that.
You don't want to be the fart fetishes guys. You know what? I always get Jello Apocalypse and Geltoid confused.
You know, I was
about Geltoid?
As I was like typing them up just now, I was confusing them just then and there. I was like, how does that work? Do they both because I know Geltoid is like two people, right?
Yeah, they're like a couple, I think.
They were just two.
I always like mix them up with like the person from Snaps Cube who does like the Mephiles voice because they sound sort of similar.
You guys want to hear my hot take?
Go ahead.
On Snap Cube. Yeah. I don't think Snap Cube is funny.
It's really not. You know, I kind of agree with you. Like beyond like the one.
I'll give you this. Like in compilations. Sure. Yeah. It's like there's funny moments. You know, like all the ones that get memed that people have mentioned. Those are pretty funny.
Pissed on the moon, pissed on my wife.
But just watching it like straightforward, like it feels like I'm at like a new school.
Yeah.
And I have to decide on a table to sit in, and like I see like an open spot at this one table filled with like, oh, these guys are nerds. I'm a nerd too. So I sit down, and they're already like 3 semesters in with their inside jokes. Yeah. And they're making all these jokes that aren't super funny to me, but it's probably super funny among them because they're all friends. You know, it's like entering into a random voice call that's been going on for like years now, and it's not super funny to me, right? That's what it feels like to me. You know?
You have to.
Exactly what you mean.
You have to like really invest time to like get all the inside jokes.
Mm-hmm. And not to say that like Snapcube has like a shitload of inside jokes, but like it's like it gives me such like. Someone saw Mystery Science Theater and thought to themselves, "Oh, I could totally."
Well, yeah, that's like a lot of like internet commentary, and that's like, it's like an appealing thing to like a lot of like lonely people online is that I could like be at a table with like 5 guys playing Sonic Adventure 2 because I haven't mentally developed since 2008, and
Yes.
and we could just riff on that all day, and it'd be like fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, it is, because it's like, hanging out with your friends playing video games is fun. But it's like you could do that with, like, unironically, anything like Snapcube is like said, you and I and Wendy over here could probably just do in like a voice call.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We already kind of do that when we streamed the Sonic 2. We were kind of doing that, but in that scenario, it's like it's like how I said earlier, it's just groups of friends like laughing together and shit,
No, yeah.
And I wouldn't expect like a stranger to like pop into our voice call and randomly laugh at everything we're saying. You know? It gives me big like energy of when like someone's in a voice call and says like, "Oh, we should totally record our voice calls to be a podcast." And like, I know in the back of my mind that we're not as funny as you think.
No, yeah, no, it's entirely like the energy of just being with somebody that's what's enjoyable, as opposed to like the jokes themselves, because it's like when you're with somebody you could make like, and this is,
you feel a little looser,
you feel looser,
you feel like there's less
everything's like
stress.
more comfortable. This is why Family Guy shit is like so funny to some people, because it's like I could just tell like easy bad jokes because it'll get laughs.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We'll just say random shit to each other because like we get it.
Sometimes you can just chime in without any context and say something and get a laugh.
I think it has like the parasocial aspect too, where like you listen to them and it's like,
true.
Well, they're like, they have my sense of humor. I could get along with these people.
Yeah.
True.
Eventually, your mind melds to their sense of humor anyway, so it's like, ooh.
It's it is that parasocial aspect. Yeah, me and Pan Pizza could totally be friends. Haha, we could start a podcast.
God.
Anyway, get ready for next episode when I bring Pan Pizza on.
I hope he talks about like his desire to like be a player. Hearing that is so funny to me.
He's now like planning to have a lot of sexual partners. Damn, what a terrible timing with Roe v. Wade about to be overturned.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I was hoping I could like nut in you and like you could like handle that on your own. Like, it could be like your own thing.
I know that like, Michael Bay is like related to Leonard Nimoy.
I didn't know that one. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're like, but I'm pretty sure it's like some weird cousin marriage kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like
where I'm pretty sure even Leonard Nimoy didn't even know.
Like Don Bluth is like related to Mitt Romney. They're like second cousins or something.
That one I could see.
That's crazy.
Even though I don't think Don Bluth is like a bad guy or whatever. Well, I don't know. Fucking old guy probably is bad.
Could be an who cares?
Yeah, who cares? But like something about like the vibe of those two people. It's like I could see like Mitt Romney having like a cousin who like animates like that.
Wasn't like Mitt Romney's whole thing was that he was like the nice Republican. Yeah. He was like the nice conservative. Haha, he used to squeaky clean.
That's like all of them lately. That isn't Donald
Well,
Trump.
not that. Yeah, I guess that's all the anti-Donald guys right now.
It's truly like evil to me because it's like you're for like policies that just make people's lives like worse. It's just you're quiet about it. I don't say that I hate black people. I just enact policies that make their.
I just want them less in our movies.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was our political hour.
Back to the decency of the Republican Party.
let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you guys have nice guy syndrome?
Nice guy syndrome, like.
Nice guy syndrome.
I would have to like talk to the women in my life, I guess, but like.
I get. What do you think, Wendy? What do you think of nice guy syndrome?
I mean, I try to be like nice to people, but I don't know if I'm like thirsty for them directly or anything like that.
I end up getting like really annoyed when like somebody.
Right.
You should. I often get like annoyed when like. I'm sure everybody out there, if you've had one girl like join like your friend group, and then they're in VC, and they're just like palling around being guys, and like suddenly like everybody's like more energetic and like, hey.
Yeah, everyone's attitude changes.
Yeah, it's like
when a girl enters the voice tone.
It's so fucking true. Everybody becomes a little fucking sweetheart.
Yeah, or like, I don't know if you ever had that one like guy friend who would be like normal until like a girl enters the kind of like talking circle.
Yeah.
And he starts kind of like doing this like pseudo masculine bullying towards you.
Mm.
Oh God.
You know?
Oh no.
I don't know. It's a very specific thing, but I have been victim to this where like like once a woman's in the picture, these guys start acting like super tough or super like they'll go up to you and be like, "Yo, let's start slap boxing right now, dude."
Let's start boxing
And it's
right
like,
now.
Yeah. Is he
Oh my
bothering you,
God.
Queen?
What's your rep count?
Is he bothering you, Queen?
Yeah.
Is he bothering you?
Is he bothering you? Am I bothering you? I'm not bothering you. Look at me.
You sure it's the fucking Patrick Warburton?
Yeah.
Is he bothering you, Queen?
Is he bothering you?
Beater.
Beater.
Beater. You bothering him, Beater?
I call him Beater because I can smell the wife beater energy off of him. He's bothered. He's abusing you, isn't he,
my
Lois? He's abusing you.
Right.
Not anymore.
He's abusing you.
And then Joe
God.
leaps out of the wheelchair and beats Peter to death.
You have the power to know if someone's a wife beater,
That's
but you can't use your legs. That's the that's the cutoff.
You can make a whole TV show off of that. Just make that the next Family Guy spinoff. It's all like,
or it could be like maybe a Sherlock Holmes type.
Mhm.
Like he solves the mystery, but he can't use his legs.
what do we call like what do we call like the premise of like this show? Like a guy who can't use his wheels, but is like exists to save women.
Oh, he'll be kind of like Professor X,
Yeah.
where like he's like disabled in a wheelchair, but he has the ability to read people's minds because of it.
I'm Professor No Sex. I don't get a boner anymore, so everything I do now is for women.
I don't work down there. What if that's how easily it worked? You know, if you give up like the lower half of your body, you get like psychic abilities.
You gain psychic powers.
That'd be pretty epic.
Fucking asexuals would be so fucking powerful.
What if there was like a secret magic book and
Yeah.
it's about which specific limbs you could give up and gain a power. So like let's say I don't know, I fucking cut off my pinky. I sacrifice my pinky and I gain the ability to levitate half an inch off the ground.
That's just
And I can
Full
only-
Alchemist.
Yeah, that's like Fullmetal Alchemist, but
No.
not gay.
I have a question. So off the ground,
Okay, go on.
does this apply
Okay.
just the ground, the hard solid ground? So I couldn't do this to like say like
Like if you're
levitate
on a
across
table
the.
or something.
I couldn't levitate across water with this, right?
You probably could.
Hmm.
You probably could technically. Like maybe it should be any surface. You could levitate like
All right.
1 inch
See,
off of any surface.
Now that's interesting. Like imagine like just going like just being able to like walk across the ocean.
Can you like
Right.
move while you levitate, or are you just stuck in that one place?
You can move,
Mm-hmm.
but you can only go as fast as you run.
Oh God,
Right.
that would still be a lot better than walking though. So I'd take that.
You could probably like that would be convenient, like when you got to go around puddles
No.
Yeah.
or stains on the ground.
Oh, man.
Could I go higher if I like sacrifice more fingers?
Okay. Okay. Let's say for every finger you sacrifice, you gain an inch off the ground. How many fingers would you sacrifice for this ability? Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? For every, not just an inch, but you also gain like an extra speed boost. So I guess by the time you go like 10 miles per hour. Actually, how fast is 10 miles per hour? I have no context
I think
for how
I think the fastest like sprinter for like a human is like 15, but let me check.
Okay, so that wouldn't be too. So you can hover, levitate for like 10 miles. Every like finger given up is an inch and a mile gain.
All right.
I would probably like sacrifice both pinkies because they're the ones I need the least.
Yeah, 2 inches
Yeah.
off the ground and 2 miles an hour.
All right.
Damn, 2 miles an hour is fucking.
All right.
fast,
Males
holy shit.
run at an average.
Actually, wait, no, that's not.
Males run at an average 8 miles per hour, and women run at an average 6.5 miles per hour. People
Okay.
running for their lives can run at an average of 12 miles per hour.
if you transition into a man, you gain an extra mile.
That's the
That's the cheat code.
Yeah.
That's yeah, plus the testosterone.
Yeah.
You'd have to sacrifice 4 fingers and then you could outspeed Usain Bolt.
That'd be a pretty interesting power in a series.
Yeah.
Just a guy could
Sort of levitate.
sacrifice. I remember there's this one scene. You guys ever seen the iconic film Jason Goes to Hell?
No.
Yes. I love
Okay,
that one.
so so you might know this one. But the one scene where the guy there's this black guy who's I guess a Jason hunter or something, because he knows how Jason thinks. He's also aware that Jason is now a parasitic supernatural worm in this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's in jail because he's black and they arrested him. And
Fucked up.
and our other guy, our other main character guy, is also in the jail, and he wants this black guy to give him exposition on Jason, what Jason is doing right now. And this black guy's oh, you got to pay the price, and he only ever gives him information if he allows the black guy to break one of his thumbs. And it's a very why why is it what's the point of making this Jason Hunter seem crazier than he actually fucking is?
Yeah.
He just wanted to fuck with that guy. He was bored.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, every time you break a limb, you gain an ability or something, and then you have to let your limb heal. Then you can break it again. Actually, how many times can you break an arm until it's useless?
It's a good question.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried to figure that out. I'm gonna look that up right now. How many times can you break an arm? You guys ever broken an arm or a limb before?
I've broken my arm 3 times.
Damn.
3 times? What happened?
There were a lot of them were when I was a kid, just running around doing stupid stuff.
I was very introverted.
Yeah, I was very I got on a skateboard one time as a kid, and I skated down not even anything I skated down a mildly steep driveway, and I scraped my knee. I'm never again.
One of them was I was going really fast on a scooter when I was 9 years old, and it just completely broke apart. I just fell right onto the pavement and just snapped.
Oh fuck!
I cannot find an exact number. I assume the older you get, the older you get, the more serious broken bones become, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose all that regenerative goo inside you.
I remember there was a Supergirl comic where she wants to cure cancer, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's a guy who has his ability that he always comes back to life, and he comes back with a new superpower. And they theorize that if you kill him enough times, eventually he might have the power to cure cancer. But Supergirl doesn't want to go for it because she's not about murdering people.
But he'd come back though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would come back, but I guess it's to still go for the trauma. But I don't know, fucking.
Does he retain
superhero comics be yeah?
Does the character retain the memory of being killed? Probably.
Yeah. He comes back. He just has a power.
Okay, well, I think that's probably bullshit. After the 3rd or 4th time, you'd probably be okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah, you'll be fine, maybe, or not. I don't know. I don't know how bad the trauma is of dying and coming back constantly. But it's in these superhero comics, they always have super advanced technology, but it's never it never really changes the world too much.
No, that's the illusion of superhero comics in general, is that we have all these amazing characters, but still the same problems.
Yeah,
it doesn't really work. Maybe when all these characters were separate, they had their own universe and they were just the one guy, but the epic thing about a crossover now is that Batman and Superman and the Flash and Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they're all friends. They all hang out. They all hang out, and they all have decided, there's nothing we can do about
we can't do nothing about world hunger.
Yeah. Not a single damn thing.
It's so funny how in the MCU, Tony Stark in the first Avengers movie, creates clean energy with like his arc reactor technology, but as we're like 15 movies in, society has not changed past this point. Like it seems like people are still using oil and coal, which I guess is a pretty realistic. Like, if Tony Stark did try to introduce clean energy in real life, he'd probably be assassinated from the powers that be.
Yeah.
You know, right? I think that they're fine as long as he just uses it for his.
It's probably just like
armor.
it's like a tech demo. It's like how like anytime like you read like a science article about like these droids are making it so that this woman can breathe through her lungs with an artificial lung or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's like a cool headline, but like nobody like we're not doing that as a society. We're not making people's lives actually better with this shit.
We're not making people's lives better.
Yeah, it's just like clickbait, so like we can feel like, oh, this is great. We're progressing as a species or something. I really feel good about today.
You feel good? You feel pretty proud of yourself?
I feel pretty proud of the human race.
Epic. Let's change the topic here. I have a question here lined up. I've been itching to ask this question to people.
All right.
This might be the right crowd for it.
Ooh.
But it's a would you rather question.
All right.
Okay, would you rather here it goes. Would you rather eat cheese that tastes like pussy or eat pussy that tastes like cheese?
Trying to like weigh the pros and cons of both options right now.
Okay,
I'm like one of like 5 white people on planet Earth that don't really like sharp cheeses. So like it's like,
so you would probably eat the pussy tasting the cheese.
Well, not only is it the pussy tasting cheese,
the cheese
but
tasting pussy.
when you consider the fact that like, all right, there's nutrients in that in that pussy tasting cheese. Like you eating pussy, you ain't getting nothing. You know, DJ Khaled.
I might if I ate pussy and then I stopped and I was like, pepper jack.
Pepper jack.
I probably would eat more pussy more.
Is it that like every pussy tastes like cheese, or that every cheese tastes like pussy from then on?
Is it like you're asking like if it's like a curse kind of thing?
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying this is kind of like a one-time thing. Like this is kind of like a back alley deal, kind of like I'm a guy in a trench coat with and in one hand I'm holding the cheese that tastes like pussy.
What if
and between my legs I have the pussy tasting cheese?
What if after I was done eating the pussy, I like moved away and like the pussy juice kind of dripped like how mozzarella stretches in the pizza commercial?
It reminds me of like when like NSFW artists draw like food hentai girls, like, oh, this girl, she's a goo girl, but she's like mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella cheese.
she's like hot mozzarella, so if you like eat out her pussy, you'll burn off your lips.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's always felt like really unsanitary to me.
Yeah,
it's very unsanitary. You couldn't put your dick
Something
in that.
about the cheese is weird. I would have sex with like a Jello girl, a girl made of gelatin, but like cheese.
Girl made of jellos.
Cheese though.
Yeah, I think I'd go with like the pussy because I think the cheese is just a better flavor overall.
Yeah, cheese is hot take. I think cheese tastes better than pussy.
You better watch out, vagina havers. You're tasting.
You better watch out, vagina havers. Cheesy ain't playing by your rules no more.
Hashtag cheesy misogyny moments.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let's go back to say the catchphrase of this podcast is "We love women."
We love women.
We love women.
Woo!
Love women.
Woo!
Yeah, that's unironically though the catchphrase of this podcast is "We love women."
Really,
I have said that consistently every episode.
There's a strong.
I think that sends
a strong like
message.
women energy. You know, like
we're very pro women.
We
I love women so much that if I had like vital information on the whereabouts of dangerous individuals that pose a threat to the Supreme Court, I want to snitch.
Yeah.
I want to snitch. LOL.
I wouldn't.
JK FBI, that was a joke.
Yeah.
LOL, that was a joke. FBI.
I've had this dumb joke I've been wanting to do for a while where it's like Roe versus Wade. Well, if you're in the water, you're going to want to row. You're waiting gets you nowhere. You're just waiting in the water.
Damn, I'm tired of hearing about Roe v. Wade. When is Roe gonna fight Alien or Predator?
Yeah.
Or the Terminator? Roe v. Wade versus
Roe v.
Predator.
Wade.
Damn. But enough about the serious topics.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about one of my favorite Instagram accounts.
Oh yeah.
And I think I mentioned it before in other voice calls, but it's this gentleman by the name of Birdie for Now.
Birdie for
Yep,
now.
his name is Birdie for Now, which is spelled Birdie, the number 4, and just now, right? And this guy is pretty awesome. And what he does is that he just takes the same picture of him leaning on a cherry blossom tree, and that's it. That's all he does. He takes the same picture of him leaning on a cherry blossom tree, and he's always wearing a different fit. He has, and he takes one every different season, because there's photos of him like in the snow. There's photos of him like in spring, in the summer. You know, always with a different outfit. And I think this guy's awesome. I think he should be on the men posting their W's.
What if he's
Twitter
secretly
account.
like frozen in place like that, and this is just his cry for help?
This is his cry for. What if there's like a secret code?
All right.
Like,
So Eevee, Mask. All right. So Pokemon Go started the pandemic and it went into Christmas, and then
Cowboy hat.
yeah, cowboy hat, cowboy hat, cowboy hat, cowboy hat, cowboy hat. Shoe
and
shine
he
hat.
doesn't write. He doesn't write a description or nothing. He just puts himself right there on the tree.
Where did he fucking get the Eevee costume?
It could have been like, wait, hold on, let me take a look at it. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking Eevee costume.
Yeah, that looks like the ones they get to like walk around in parades and shit.
Yeah, you
It
don't.
doesn't look like it's proportioned to his body at all either.
Huh. Do you think maybe he spotted this Eevee cosplayer person and like, hey, can you take a picture in front of this cherry blossom tree for me?
It would rock.
It's part of my cherry blossom leaning Instagram
My
series.
series. I can't wait till he releases a book for it. That's gonna be so cool.
Oh, epic. Yeah, just photos of him leaning on the fucking cherry blossom tree.
It's honestly really cool just seeing like people who like make their like daily posts like into books. Like you don't often associate, because like social media is like so like easily consumable. It's like weird picturing it like on a shelf somewhere, but like I think of that old Tumblr blog like Humans of New York. Like that would be like a nice thing to like have on a shelf. Or recently, everybody would know the Japanese artist that just draws out like the cute nun girls and shit, right? And they're like doing shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he dropped the book recently. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make like a Kickstarter for a book of all my best tweets. Charge people $50 for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 2-page book. Epic.
I gotta start
haven't,
making. I gotta start making more dumb tweets so I can make a book out of them.
You haven't like made an abrasive tweet recently. I noticed.
Me?
Wendy.
Oh, Wendy.
Not you, Kazoo. I'm talking about Wendy.
Yeah, I've tried to be a little more careful since I don't want to be like the main character of Twitter too much. But
What are you doing on this
I'm-
podcast?
Yeah, what are you doing on this podcast?
I'm okay with being the main
Fool.
character of this podcast, just not Twitter. It's a lot more dangerous.
Yeah. I know.
It's not good for your health.
It feels like that sometimes. Like last night, I just in like a random voice call, I just blurted out Pokemon Perfect Pussy and Pokemon Brilliant Butthole, and they're all like, "You need to post that. You need." And like, I don't want to be the
You need to
guy
post that.
who said Pokemon Perfect Pussy and Brilliant Butthole
I'll go down as the Pokemon Perfect Pussy.
and Brilliant
Brilliant
Butthole
Butthole.
guy.
I did make this one recently, and I think that got pretty big.
That's him. That's the guy trying to. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I retweeted that. That's so epic.
That's so true.
Yeah,
I love Newgrounds
I
art, but
will-
y'all guys do really be like that.
people are like ride or die for Newgrounds, and
Yeah.
like it gets annoying. I agree,
Yeah,
but I mean, there's
They're
like
the-
I don't feel like it's
kind of
all
like-
that good as like a website for artists, because like there's no way to really like get your art like shared around different spaces, and like there's no real way to like monetize it at all.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like stuck there. And if you're not a Newgrounds person,
True.
then no one's really gonna see it.
Yeah, you know what? Newgrounds, I love that you guys love your shit so much. I guess. It's like that Beanie Tuesday comic about people from Philadelphia. Just love being from Philadelphia.
I fucking love Philly. Yep.
Fucking love Philly. Best cheesesteak in the wild.
Yeah. Like, I really liked Newgrounds content when I was, like, a teenager, but, like, I feel like it's just sort of, like, there's no real place for this site nowadays.
Yeah.
I think, there's gotta be, I feel like they need to just find a better way to kind of, I feel like, I love the fucking Tumblr feed so much. I feel like Tumblr feed, like, hits, like, a certain part of my brain so well that Twitter feed almost
I really miss Tumblr. Like, I still use it, and it's cool. Like, the humor on it is like different from like Twitter, I would say, even though like the format is certainly similar. Right. But like the types of special little forest critters that still live on Tumblr are like their own like unique, funny little guys, and the art's good too. I feel like I see better art on Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr is a little bit more kind of art focused. I just wish they didn't like delete all the porn. I mean, the porn's God, it's so fucking iffy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some porn gets through and some doesn't. It's like a fucking guessing game for people.
I would like use Tumblr after the porn ban. I just like constantly get recommended of like pictures of like men with gaping buttholes for some reason.
Epic. You into that?
Goatsy fan 925.
Like, Tumblr was going out of their way to make sure I saw it. I didn't even like it wasn't someone I followed or anything.
The CEO of Tumblr was all like, "This Goatsy thing is gonna be so fucking cool. I'm gonna spam it to SnowRadish right now.
It's gonna blow up.
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna ovulate out. It's gonna be so fucking sick."
Epic. What was I gonna say? Damn, we're talking about it. Oh, I think Newgrounds needs like an app.
It does. It absolutely does. I don't
think it'll get one though, and the reason why I think it won't is because all the porn that's on there. Right.
Well, I mean, there's porn on Twitter.
True, but I think there's like way more money. Like the money you can make off of the money they make off of Twitter.
Yeah, that's true.
Like balance it out compared to the because Newgrounds it's the porn plus the no ads. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't you have like
that's like the two things.
Don't you have like a speedrun of like a porn game on Newgrounds on your YouTube account?
Oh,
yeah,
on this YouTube channel, I have. It's like one of my more popular videos. I don't know why.
It was so funny watching Cheesy like come to us with this. It's like, this is great. I've trapped these cats. So you get to the point where they can't help but like run, so they have to like accept their fate.
That was a whole like month or two where I was like obsessed with that game, and I played, and I only did the speedrun because I realized, wait a second, I literally just played that game like 3 times in a row under 5 minutes. I can speedrun this game.
Yeah.
You can make like a summon insult style video on your process for that, how you like achieved your world record and everything.
A part of me kind of was like hoping someone would try to beat me, because there are like little moments where I could like there are moments where I didn't like use everything to the fullest. I guess because I reset it a couple times and some people caught that, and it's like yeah, but I said like I kind of don't want to make the record. I kind of just wanna.
You want to
like,
be the
start the game,
trendsetter.
you know. I just want the game to start. You know.
It should have started. I mean, like you have like the mom from Gumball and you have Anka. Like, hello, people. Is that not enough for you fucking swines?
I have 39K on that video. 39K views. Mostly my meme videos get like up to like the Ks.
Yeah.
My podcast or my like regular stuff doesn't. So that's why I try to like make shitpost videos once in a while. To at least get me some attention, you know.
Yeah. I remember that that Godzilla and King Kong Martha one doing pretty well, right?
Yeah, that one did pretty good. I did one recently. They didn't really get too much attention, but it was like every like scene of Batman's parents getting shot, but the bullet is synced.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. That was pretty epic. Because I was just tired of seeing these motherfuckers get killed. Luckily in the Batman, they don't show these parents getting killed.
I'm really fucking glad. First of all, like, that would have tacked on another, like, 25 minutes to the movie or something, which I love
I
that
think
movie,
yeah.
but it's huge.
I didn't. A lot of people said the movie was like it's 3 hours. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it didn't really feel like 3 hours when I watched it. It felt like under 2 hours for me,
Yeah.
which is still kind of long. But
Yeah.
like with the way like these kinds of movies are, 2 hours is short.
Short enough.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch enough Marvel movies, your brain just sort of like trains itself to like perceive time a lot faster. I feel
Yeah,
like.
superhero movies are a poison. You're correct. They're a poison in our society, just like Martin Scorsese said.
Marty was right. Marty was right, everybody.
Marty was right. He was right.
Marty was right. I love Martin. Ooh, ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
Ooh,
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Very
All
nice.
right. But let me okay, I'm gonna talk about one more person, and then after that we could go to our like ending podcast question.
Aye. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
But stop. I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but let me elaborate more on this gentleman that I have encountered now that I've been at more conventions. And I've been to more conventions. I've vended and booth at way more conventions these couple of months. And I've kind of gotten the feel for the scene and seen reoccurring like vendors and different artists, right? And there's just one gentleman, and I'm gonna call him the Mermaid Man. I'm not gonna give out his real name.
You should add like a location there, because that makes him like a mythological creature to like that area.
I think he might just be a San Diego local.
The Mermaid Man
Right.
of San Diego.
The Mermaid Man of San Diego, right?
Yeah.
And this gentleman, what he does is that he goes to these local conventions, and he looks for artists who are doing commissions on the spot, right?
Yeah.
And he commissions them to draw mermaids for him, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
And he's been doing this like even like I don't know how long he's been doing this, but like the farthest back I heard a buddy of mine told me was 2014, and it could be longer than that too, right?
So he's dedicated.
He is incredibly dedicated. He apparently had so much at one point he made an art book, but only made one copy of said art book just for him, right?
Yeah.
Not for anyone else. And what he does is that he prints out images of like models of like people in outfits that he likes or whatnot of just women, and he tells you to draw these women but give them like mermaid tails. Right? And that's like his MO. And apparently it probably dates back to when he was a young lad and he watched Peter Pan as a boy, you know, because there's mermaids in that movie, and it triggered something deep inside of him, much like a lot of people now with fucking furries or clowns or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's his MO, and he commissioned me for the second time, right?
Damn.
And that usually means he likes your art.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure he only commissioned me a second time to give me a second chance, because I'm pretty sure he didn't really. I don't know if he hated what I drew last time, or I mean, he must have not hated. He must have liked it enough to commission me again, but when he told me about the second commission, he like kind of gave me more details. Like he told me he kind of wanted me to go way more all out, you know. Like he told me like when you think you're done, keep going. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I've been and I hear that this guy loves to commission the same people over and over again, right?
Yeah.
There's people who he's been commissioned like so many times, like in the double digits. He has commissioned them, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking that I could probably hook him as a freaking commissioner.
He could be
If
the
I knock
whale.
He could be the next whale. My previous whale is like drowning on me, and he has not replied
He's
back.
a beached whale.
And he knew-
He's just floundering somewhere else, filled with pus and trapped air, ready to burst.
pus and guts and shit and cum.
Yeah,
See, I respect that because like it toes the line just enough for him to get away with it
yeah.
and not like totally creep people out.
Cheesy, what was that one thing you were saying where he like laminates every commission he gets?
Okay, what he does is that he gives you like the pictures of the girls. It's like clearly printed out of some typical home printer, and he adds like a plastic wrapping around it. It's not like lamination. It's like what you find like in a binder, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, last time he let me hold on to the image because it was like a 2-day event.
Mm.
But the second time it was just a 1-day event. So he gave me an address to send the art to once it's finished.
Mm.
You know.
I was really hoping it was laminated because, like, part of the mythos I've thought of when you've explained this guy to me in the past is that he likes to go underwater and look at the mermaids and jerk off.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be so cool if he was like a secret mermaid himself.
I wonder
and
what jerking
lived
off underwater feels like.
He just like immerses himself in the experience.
Hmm.
It's probably like because water you have like less friction.
Hey, if you've ever jerked off underwater, in the comments, leave a
link below.
Link below.
Jerked off underwater.
Please, I need to know your story.
I want to know how like, the cum shot would like mix with the seawater.
Oh, you ever God, you guys know what's his name? Chuck Palahniuk, the guy who wrote Fight Club.
Yeah.
You ever read that one short story he wrote? I forget what it was called. It was called like. Apparently, it's like infamous for being disgusting. But there's like one short story in this collection that he made where this one teenage boy has this fetish where he goes into his pool, and the like water filter he likes to put his butthole on there because he likes the feeling on it. And he starts jerking off, and then his cum load kind of just stays intact in the water, right? It just stays into its stringy form, right? And he has like a towel with him when he's down there, and when he swims up, he like collects it.
Oh my
right?
god!
With one fell swoop, he collects it, right?
He's such a fucking pro.
Yeah, but what's disgusting is that his fucking lower intestine gets fucking sucked through that water filter, and he's stuck there.
Oh fuck!
Did Hallucination steal that?
Talk about a prolapsed anus.
Kinda.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and apparently he got that idea because Chuck Palahniuk. If you ever seen or read Fight Club, there's a whole bit where the main character goes to all these like support groups, mostly just to like feel something out of people.
I recall.
Right?
I remember. Yeah.
And apparently Chuck Palahniuk does that in real life. And or I mean, he might have something actually going on with him. I don't know what is
that sounds
behind that.
That checks out. Like you write what you know and what you ultimately like fascinates you and what you want to be. So like,
right, exactly.
Fight Club probably stem from like this like, oh man, what if I was like cool like in my head? What if I made a whole book about that?
But he apparently got the idea for the short story from hearing it from a guy at the support group who was like super skinny, and like he might have been in a very similar situation. The whole like this little mini like short story collection is filled with stories all at that same level of like, I think all the stories are like weird, like terrible shit that happened while someone was masturbating type stories.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, pretty epic. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man of
let me tell you about my strategy. I have this idea. I feel like I could hook them. I could hook them onto my art style secretly, kind of like the way nicotine hooks you to cigarettes.
Hooks the
right?
children, yeah.
And the strategy is that I found this one like hentai artist that I really like, who like does a bunch of like really good ink work, right? And my goal is to imitate this like art style and draw the mermaid that he wants in this art style to kind of like subconsciously put this idea of kind of like hentai into my drawing to kind of like entice it a little bit more, right?
Yeah. You speak to his Coomer nature.
Right, exactly. Like hit some sort of Coomer dial in his brain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my plan with this next picture. Wait, I'll show you. This is the... I'm going to post the artist that I'm like...
Right.
Imitating the art style of. It's this person right here. You looking at that, Wendy?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Whoa.
Yeah. And this is the work in progress in the mermaid picture.
I see it. I see it in like the face, and then I see it in like how like the bend of the shirt works.
Yeah,
right,
I see like the shading too.
Yeah.
This is good. This is
I actually do like imitating this art style. It's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, that sort of soft graphite kind of vibe. It's comfy.
What is your plan if he sees this podcast?
I don't think he will.
Yeah.
If he sees it,
I mean,
he'll probably like. What I'm hoping for is be down for an interview. That'd be pretty epic.
if you titled it like mermaid guy of San Diego comes in the water or something,
Mermaid
then you
man
might
of
click
San
on
Diego.
it. But
Mermaid, like, he's not like I don't
Mermaid man
appreciate
of San
all this.
Diego.
No, I am not this disgusting heathen you describe me as. I am a mermaid connoisseur.
this is my culture.
You dare make fun of my culture, you fuck.
Fuck.
Oh,
What if he
boy.
just like owned to all of it? He's like, yeah, it's a fetish thing. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. You're in my wheelhouse, Piggy. I'm not in yours.
Welcome to my wheelhouse, piggy.
You work.
Welcome to my zone.
You work for me, you little bastard. And as long as I bring dollar bills to your table, you are gonna draw me mermaids wrapped up.
You will draw me mermaids I'll be down to draw this guy a mermaid like every month. At least that's like money assured right there, and it's appropriate today. This month is mermaid, right?
Yeah. Think about it like in your grandparents' age, everybody, where it's all like, well, I used to work at the corner store, and Joe Jack would come in every day and order a pint of milk, 3 eggs, and a pound of chewing tobacco. But now we've moved away from that. But you know, what's that one like meme? It's like the essence of like the old of the new, like the old comes out, and it's like this. It's fuck. I don't know what I'm saying, but like in a sense, it's like having like a regular, like a guy who comes in, slams some money on the table, and says, "That'll be one mermaid for me." Is like, you know, that's a steady thing. That's Americana right there.
I think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
This guy is like has a niche, and he has the money to provide. I heard from other sources that he's also an engineer.
Oh shit.
Which kind of reminds me with like a lot of like
that's like a furry
like
thing.
Furry. Yeah, that is a furry thing.
Furries like why like furries in the comments. If you are a furry and an engineer, which you most likely are if you are a furry, please tell me the cross section of this. Like it's very interesting how you guys all make so much money being
it's
software engineers.
It's like their alter ego.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find a way to fund it somehow, and that's really like the most viable option, really.
True.
Okay, guys. So anyway, we're at the end of the podcast.
Oh shit! For real?
We're getting close to the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see why you asked that, because our other podcasts tend to take like 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, but I wanna get to this big question.
Yeah.
That I ask at the end of every podcast is, who do you guys want to cancel this week? Who deserves to get canceled this week? And I'm gonna start, and I don't have a like a specific person, but I got 2 things that I want to talk about. And if as of right now, like if you look on Twitter, there's this little funny campaign going around to cancel the artist Popo Polka, and this person is the guy who has like an OC who's like a blind girl, and he draws her getting like abused a lot. And I want to hear you guys' take about blind girl.
I am for it. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. You have to get off to women being sad and can't see shit. How about like a woman holding a parfait? How about a woman being happy? How about a woman in a field? How about a woman
I think it's one of those cases where it's like I'm cool with king shaming right here.
Yeah, it's like really like this is just. It's not even like it's not even like, oh yeah, you little slut, I'm gonna fucking wreck your pussy. It's like,
oh, yeah.
It's literally just like, look at this like fucking dumb bitch fall down the stairs. Wouldn't it be really funny if she fell down if she
I
fell
think if
in
they
like a
wanted to,
subway hole or something, wouldn't that be sick?
What are you saying?
I think that it's like if they wanted to post that art, they could have found a better website to do it because this is the kind of thing that Twitter thrives off of. Just
right.
like creating drama around, and like I
feel like
get why, because it is really fucked up, but like it's just like the kind of thing. It's like you're gonna get eaten alive if you post this on a website like Twitter.
Yeah.
I think it's like I feel like we're all American here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we're kind of like desensitized to violence.
It's so
right?
true. It's so true.
Right, exactly. So that's why like our PG-13 movies are filled with people getting murdered.
Yeah.
But and so like we're probably like not super averse to like seeing like I guess a blind girl get physically harmed.
No, yeah.
Right.
It's just
But,
like it's comedy almost.
I could see, yeah, it's like cruel slapstick almost.
Yeah.
You know, because like she's because like the setup is, oh, she's blind, right?
Yeah.
And the punchline is, oh, she got hurt because of her blindness, haha. Right? Oh, the world is cruel to her because she's blind.
Mm.
And
Really
it's
nihilistic.
it's the thing is like I'm pretty like everyone can any whatever you're into, that's fine. But like in cases like this, it's like very like I think it says a lot about someone, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like someone who made like a 3D model of this character, and they like modded it into Smash Bros to replace the sandbag with it.
What the
So
fuck?
just, like, beat the shit out of it in the game.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god, this is you know Happy Tree Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole gist of Happy Tree Friends is like, oh, these cute cuddly creatures are being fucking violently murdered, you know?
Yeah.
This is like unironically like, oh yeah, replace cute cuddly creatures with woman. Not so okay now, huh?
What if it was like a
That's-
12-year-old girl I could like bash her head in or something and she wouldn't know?
I get to see people being like, yeah, but Mega Man is like 2 years old, so it's just really children beating each other up. More like it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
It's a
yeah,
baseball.
this guy
They're
is,
just playing a game.
This is like anti-Darman content.
Yeah.
It's like
oh,
woman bullies blind girl, doesn't regret it at all.
No.
oh god, it's I think I'm not like how to explain this next part. I guess to further explain a point that I'm having right now is I want to talk about someone else who it's not I wouldn't say it's part of like the same dichotomy
Yeah.
of things that I'm talking about, but there's these like contentious kind of like reactionary right winger types who like draw comics and make their own like superheroes and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And there's this kind of like slowly growing, well, I don't know if it's slowly, it just exists, this movement of like gatekeeping their favorite media, right? You know, you saw it with that one the one Black Sage tweet where it's like, oh, gatekeep anime, don't let normies get in, right?
Yeah.
And then I see this guy who I like quote tweeted today. So you guys see this picture?
Yeah.
Like his redhead character, like saying gatekeep what you want to keep.
God. I love that conspiracy theory that it looks like redhead characters are being targeted specifically to like be adapted into black characters. It's like so insane.
In my head, wait, go on, Kazoo. Before I talk about what the fuck I was gonna say.
Oh no! I was just saying it's like some like TV meme that like spiraled out of control or something. I think.
I think what I think is here's what I think. I think there's something to it, but people are really just scratching the surface of what this like is really saying, right?
Yeah.
Because I people's memory is very short. People have very short-term memory, and it wasn't like a couple years ago, like almost a whole decade ago, where like there was the big popular meme was like gingers have no souls, right?
Yeah.
That gingers were shitted on, and that's kind of like it goes back to I think what was it like? Which one are the red ones? The red-headed ones? Are the Scottish or the Irish? I can't.
It's the Scottish. Well, I mean, both of them have like the red hair phenotype, but it's like
Okay,
you associate it with the Scots.
There's this whole idea in like older white supremacy groups about like gingers being lesser
Oh well,
white
yeah,
people,
yeah.
right?
You see that like,
Yeah, yeah.
you see that in like the turn of like the 1800s and shit. You'll see like people like draw like Irish people as like apes and shit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's
It's like, oh, ginger is like the N word rearranged, right?
oh my god, I've never heard anybody say that.
Oh, you never heard of that one?
No.
You never heard of that?
Go.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right.
That would I would if somebody who was like ginger said that to me, I would like laugh my ass off.
That would blow my mind.
Yeah.
Right, that's like the biggest kind of clue to this, I feel. But what I'm saying is that I think the fact that they only choose ginger to make into black people is like some sort of level. It's like some like little low level version of white supremacy, because like how many times do they turn like a blue-eyed blonde-haired white guy into like a black person in these adaptations?
That's true.
You don't see it really,
Yeah.
right? Like it's kind of like these older white like CEOs or casting directors are kind of like, they want diversity. All right, we'll give up one of the lesser whites for them.
The lesser whites.
Choose a lesser white, right?
Yeah.
But these other guys are kind of framing it as like I don't know, they're taking away like whitehood when it's like I bet it's not really like this invasion of black people is not going on, you know?
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, like if you were to ask me like, oh, should we change this character into black, I would say you just make all the characters black. Fuck it.
Do it.
There's this kind of like I saw this one pretty like good thread about the topic of people considering like fictional characters to be real people, you know?
That's insane.
Right, and not realizing these are literally just drawings on paper.
These are fabricated ideas, people.
Right, exactly. So like they could be changed, you know, it doesn't matter.
Imagine like being in like 1951 and being upset that like Mickey Mouse has like pale skin as opposed to like black and white skin. That's like what this is. It's like things change with time, guys. I'm sorry.
Right, and it ultimately shouldn't matter because like who cares? These aren't real people.
Yeah.
Right, and like I mean, sometimes like I get like, oh fuck, like let's adapt what if like Static Shock, but he's a white kid, right?
Yeah.
This might be controversial, but like in a world where like systemic racism didn't exist, and there was like in the perfect utopian world, that wouldn't necessarily be a problem, because at that point the equilibrium of like
in a history where like black people were never exploited, that wouldn't be a problem, because it would just right. It would just be somebody experiencing somebody else's thing. But like I mean, it's just the fact that it's like people, mostly Europeans, went all over the world and like colonized a bunch of people, fuck shit up, and now they get to be like, oh well, what if you're racist to me? Actually, what if I could live your life? You know, why can't I say it? Why can't I say it?
we basically invented the world. We should be allowed to say it.
Yeah.
Like in a perfect world, I feel like all media should kind of work like the way like plays work, and what I mean is that and stage productions of any kind of play, like it doesn't really matter like if, let's say, an adaptation of Little Shop of Horrors and the leads traditionally are like white people, but now it's like in our stage production all the leads are like black. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. It ultimately doesn't matter, and like that's kind of like in my perfect world, there's like 500 different adaptations of Superman, and he's like a different ethnicity in every one of those adaptations, because it ultimately doesn't matter.
Truly.
And also gay in all of them.
And also gay and bisexual. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make Joker 2. Joker's black now. That should be the sequel.
I said this like yesterday, but Jesus should come back and Jesus should be trans. I think.
Because he transcended to godhood.
He's transcended to godhood, and now he transcended back down here.
I am transcended. And
it'd be so funny just like watching people like be all like, you're You're not the son of Christ. That's right. I'm not the son of Christ. I'm the daughter of Christ.
Republicans would try to crucify her, but she'll come back and destroy them, or not.
It'd be sick.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck my greater point was. I guess this is like okay, here's like an example of like, bro, who cares? They're fictional.
Yeah.
And then, my previous one with like blind girl was kind of like, bro, what the fuck? Blind girl is fictional. I'm not worried about. Okay, I'll say I'm not worried about the blind girl OC. I'm not worried about her. She's a fictional person. What I'm worried about is kind of like, what does it say about the guy who draws this?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It sort of like represents like a weird hatred towards those kind of people. It just feels weird.
Yeah, this weird kind of like. Yeah, like you're getting off.
It's the Schadenfreude. Yeah, it's like, just like, this would be like weird if it was like a Chinese guy who just fell down the stairs every time, too. Like, but the fact that it's like a little blind girl is like super fucked, because it's like disabilities are just it's just tough to live with the disability.
This is great.
This is great.
me when I give Poke a disability. I want to make your fingers not work, motherfucker. That's me in my fascist society.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess I'm canceling these two guys.
Yeah.
And for my question, any particular miscreants this week you guys want to get the cancel?
Speaking of fascism, kill all koalas. I'm saying it here. I'm saying it now.
Cancel koala. Yeah, I agree. I remember you giving me the speech of why koalas.
They're like the worst animal on planet Earth. Why can they can run like 30 miles an hour? They're like mean. They grow up eating shit and eucalyptus.
They're really vicious creatures.
They can give you chlamydia. They can give us chlamydia.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How does that happen? Did they bite? Is it like through their bite, or do we have
through like their saliva? I believe. So like, yeah, if you're just like handling them, and here's the fucked up thing, they have been known to spit at people. So
God.
they're just purposely spitting at you, giving you chlamydia. They're fucking pea-brain morons. They fucking eat shit that just gets them like high and cranky, and they can't even digest it. They're the worst fucking animal on planet Earth.
What does something eat a koala? Like,
I looked that up.
The food chain?
I looked that up before I came onto this podcast. It's only like owls and like dingoes, and it's all like, well, fucking koalas are like in the trees most of their lives, right? Like, how the fuck is a dingo getting up there?
I'll become their natural predators if I need to.
Oh god. I feel like there's certain like, I like this energy though, kind of like why does this animal exist?
It's just an awful animal.
Oh, I love it. It reminds me of like. Oh yeah, go on, Kazoo.
It's just awful. That's all I have to say about it. You go on. You say what you gotta say.
I'm reminded of the panda and how like the more information I get about the panda, the more I'm kind of like, damn. So why should we even care about making sure these things keep existing? They seem to be evolved to eventually just die out.
It's like
because it's like, oh, they don't want to have sex with each other. They fucking accidentally kill their kids all the time. It's like, what's the point then? This feels like God designed these creatures to be an evolutionary dead end.
Pandas are like loser neats, but like koalas are like crazed like fucking crack hoe incels. They're like pandas are bad, but like koalas are like really just a whole nother fucking level of just a fucking awful fucking spread there, you know? Like they got nothing fucking
pandas
going
are
for them.
volcells, not incels. They don't want to have sex.
Yeah.
They'd rather just sleep.
Jerk off. Yeah, fuck koalas.
Fuck koalas.
Pass the murder all koalas bill.
Please. Australia, I'm begging.
Murder every last one of them.
Joe Biden, we gotta stop those koalas.
Oh, fuck.
we should like send koalas in boxes to like the houses of Supreme Court members.
Oh, it would ruin their
So,
fucking
like,
lives. Like,
yeah, they get chlamydia for the koalas.
they get chlamydia. They have like really sharp ass claws too, and they're just like
Oh god.
they're just angry little pieces of shit. They're like cranky. They're just bad. Like, it's not even like with like a bear where it's all like a bear will like lash out if it feels like it's threatened or whatever, or like it'll like run away. Koalas just woke up, and they're just fucking. They just woke up evil. They're evil and they're stupid and evil. They're everything I hate.
As a bit of lore of my religion, we lock demons inside of koalas. That's why they're so evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
excellent. So koalas. All right, SnowRadish. Who deserves to get canceled this week?
Yeah.
I want to cancel Luke Carrera, that YouTuber, for constantly making meme voiceover videos every single day that I don't think are that good at all.
Luke Carrera. Can you explain who this individual is?
Yeah, give us the 411.
He's like Gianni Matrigano, but like he just does the same voice for every single video. And I'm just sick of seeing them constantly in my recommendeds.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he does the whole thing where like he picks a meme, and then he just like voices over it, right?
Yeah, but it's just like they're not memes that like need to be voiced over, so it's just like I don't get it.
It's easy fucking. It's free real estate.
Yeah, really. Like what you don't. It's like being clever without being clever. Someone's clever for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just milks it in. Does this guy have Patreon?
I wish I had.
He does. How much money does he make? Holy shit.
I wish I had no shame. Like, imagine just like being like a guy who like reads Wikipedia articles on YouTube. You would unironically like make enough to like live doing.
You
shit
would
like
probably
that.
get a following. Yeah. Okay. Good news. I make more money than he does on Patreon.
I think.
Like,
Fucking God.
By like $60, I make way more money.
Okay. Thank
Right.
fucking God.
Epic.
Yeah. I mean, eventually. I mean, probably the real end goal for this guy is to like be a voice actor for something popular, right?
Yeah. That seems to be the course.
Imagine like receiving a resume and it's just like 50 videos of like memes being voiced over by someone.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think that checks out. Like, a lot of, like, people who, like, made, like, internet content, like, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, are now, like, doing, like, anime dubbing. Like, was a Pro ZD guy does, like, a lot of cartoon anime.
I mean, he was doing, like, little... I think that guy is cool, because...
that guy is cool, actually.
He does, like,
yeah,
bits. Everything he, like, voices over, or, like... I mean, I think he has done a couple voiceover memes, but that's not his whole shtick, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he like adds comedy to them. That's what I like about that.
Yeah.
Like, those ones, there's like very little you can really do with them.
What's another good example? Like, have you guys ever heard of Octopimp? He would just, like, do, like... He would do, like, what this guy does, but just for, like, Homestuck specifically. He would just, like...
Oh, I know them, yeah.
He would just find, like, somebody's, like, Homestuck meme and be like, I'm a little bitch, I want to come, and then, like, get 20 million followers, because that was just the hot shit back in the day. It just...
God, what a king.
Yeah.
King
Funny
move,
because,
really.
like,
Yeah.
everyone at Team 4 Star is like such talented voice actors, but I feel like Funimation
God.
just kind of like can't do anything with them because of DBZ abridged.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them, because they are talented guys, but, like, not...
There's something to say about Team 4 Star, in my opinion. They're in a very interesting position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so if let's look at a spectrum here. I've just made up the spectrum right now.
All right.
So on one end we have the nostalgia critics, right,
Right.
of the world, right? And on the other end we have like the artists. So like the people. So basically we have the critics and the artists, right?
Nah.
And it's like that's the dichotomy that I've created. And in the middle you have Team 4 Star, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Dragon Ball Z Abridged kind of works as like a pseudo criticism on
Yeah, because half
Dragon
of
Ball.
their humor is like, wait, but why would you do that, father? And then he would be like, well,
Yeah, I'm Goku.
I'm
right?
Goku.
But that's not to say that Dragon Ball Z Abridged isn't good. I like Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I think in the same way that like you see like when Nostalgia Critic tried to create his own original stuff and how that falls flat. You see that with like Team 4-Star.
Yeah, when you base your like brand around one thing for so long, it's really so fucking hard to like branch off of that.
I can't think of too many creators who like stick to like some sort of thing, something that's like not their own, but it's become their bread and butter and successfully like jumped on to do something else.
It's like a weird thing where like I noticed like a lot of like there's like this one guy who just like recaps like seasons of like The Simpsons, and he's been doing it for like 10 years. And obviously he probably doesn't like make enough to live off of that, but that's like his passion thing. So he's just gonna keep being that guy till he can't be that guy anymore. But with like Team 4-Star, like obviously they all liked Dragon Ball, but then it became a business thing for them. And then suddenly when it wasn't like feasible to have it be a business thing anymore, well, now what? Now it's our personality. Now it's our D&D podcast or what the fuck ever.
Unironically, I think what's gonna happen, because I know they made a video where they said like, oh, we can't do the Boo Saga.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like they're gonna do the Boo Saga. They're gonna do it. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna be desperate enough that like we have to, because we have to validate why we fucking rent an office now.
Yeah.
You know. Which is great. It's so crazy that this Abridged series like has an office.
Yo, so many
No,
like
it's interesting because like they kind of had to like find a way to like capitalize off of Dragon Ball without actually using real Dragon Ball footage. So they just like do the like source filmmaker animations basically now.
Oh yeah, that stuff, which isn't half bad, but
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Like it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't know what the. I hope someone makes like a deep dive video on them and talks about like what exactly is it that like. I think I feel like it's just so easy to do something if it's based on pre-existing material, you know.
Yeah. The Mr. Boops of the world, the Scoobs and Shags and stuff like that.
Right, exactly. Like
you're playing with a loaded deck to begin with, so any
like,
move you make is already pretty good.
Yeah, and I feel there's like nothing wrong with that, but then like. Once you go to the original stuff, it's like, what's the angle here? You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
just like really want to know what voice they would have done if they had like done like the Boo Saga.
Didn't
what
they
that
like?
Character would have been like?
Didn't they announce? I thought they already like announced which voices they would have done.
Oh, did they? I don't think I saw that.
I remember like years ago, before they even started the Cell Saga, they already like knew who would voice Cell and how he would sound. So I assume they already had that for like Boo.
Yeah. You ever seen like Sean Schemmel's Goku's voice actor talk about Team 4-Star where he just like absolutely hates them and like just sort of like defends like Funimation, like, or no, he just like doesn't like. I don't think he feels like he's allowed to say anything positive about it, so like he just like sort of like trash them at the conventions, like, you know, like this is Toei's property, they can't be doing that with them. And then like
that's interesting.
On the other end, like Chris Sabat just like did like a skit with like Takahata at like a convention one time. It's just like interesting to see that duality.
Yeah,
that's so like.
I remember.
Yeah, go on.
I remember seeing like a skit that like Sonny Strait and fuck, I already forget Goku's voice actor's name. But they were like both doing like a skit where they were like making fun of like Vic Mignogna or whatever. That shit was funny as fuck.
Is that the one where he called like Gohan a fag? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, that got him in trouble during like the lawsuit because people were using that to say that he was like a hypocrite and also a bad person.
Epic. That's cool. That's so
that
cool.
lawsuit was so funny though. They like stole so much money from Vic Mignogna fans.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I just finished rereading. Well, I didn't just, but I did finish finally going through Full Metal Alchemist, and I was tempted to like watch the anime, but I'm thinking like, oh wait, Vic Mignogna's voice is in it. I'm like, I'm not. I mean, I feel like I'll watch it eventually, but I'm not super interested right now.
Yeah. I gotta check out her newest manga. What's
So
it
what
called?
about the farming one?
No. That's already completed. Silver Spoon is fucking great, by the way. Apparently the author like grew up like doing like farmhand shit, so it's like it's really
she
like
mentions
personal.
that in Full Metal.
Yeah. Her new one is something entire. It's like another like shonen manga, but I don't know. I don't remember anything specifically about it right now.
Yeah, you don't really hear too much about her nowadays. It's all about shonen.
She's a good one though. She's a good one.
Word. Well, I think we're at the end of the episode.
I think that does it.
I think that does it. Yeah, we canceled blind girl guy, redhead girl guy, koalas
as a species.
And, that Luke
Carrera.
Yeah, Luke Carrera. You son of a bitch.
You fucking meme.
We got them all.
Yeah.
We got them all, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, before we go, Kazoo, where could the good people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Newgrounds, Instagram, all under the same name. That's Kazoochachoo, baby. Kazoochachoo.
Yeah, in the video version of this podcast, it's just on screen.
Yeah.
Just take a look-see at that.
Yeah.
And Wendy, where can they find you?
You can just find me at my Twitter, which is probably also going to end up on the screen too. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Is there anything you guys want to show?
Nah, I'm good for now.
Yeah.
All right. Epic.